Welcome to another Crossing Void stream. Today, the title states, we're going to be trying to shuffle our Alice to 400 talent. She is currently at 395. It's only one more rank and she will be complete. However, the issue with this is the talent shuffling system isn't the best. You could spend anywhere from upwards of one frag to upgrade the talent up to as many as possible, an infinite amount. That's why I saved up 1,000. So I hopefully will be able to rank her up and complete this. But anything can happen. I can spend all these frags and nothing goes up. Or I can spend one frag and it'll instantly go up, which is highly unlikely. My estimations would be around the 800 mark, give or take. It's gonna be pretty rough. If you don't know what talents are basically, how do I say this? They're basically a way for characters to get additional stats, be it HP, attack, defense, crit damage, or crit rate. As for the talents themselves, some or all main units have a unique talent, which you can roll. Alice is Osmanthus Knight, in which her damage gets increased while she's above 65% HP, and she takes less damage when she's under 35% HP, along with other bonuses, which may or may not require awakenings, which we won't go into. Support units do not have unique talents. So basically what you want to do on support units is just to roll offensive stats, which is double attack, valor, ador, and crit rate and crit damage. Or if you want to be a very tanky unit, you would roll for valor, ador, and then vigor and vitality. Never ever roll for defensive stats, as in arcane or physical defense. Those are terrible. They do not work in the game at all. For me, for mains, I prefer the unique talent if it's amazing, valor, ardor, and either aggression or vitality, depending on what I'm using them for. For PvP, I would go with vitality. For other modes, I would go with aggression, as that's a maximum value you can get. For supports, I would go with valor, aggression, strength, and ador if I'm making them a DPS unit, or valor, ador, vigor, and vitality if I'm using them for PvP. But enough explaining about the talent system. Let's go ahead and start shuffling. Estimation is 800. Starting off with the first. We're just gonna click it all. This does not bode well. Oh yeah. The system is also kind of slow. You can't really do all 1,000 at the same time. The maximum number you can go at once is 5, and then you'll hit +5 again for 5 more. It's very slow. However, the good news is if you somehow were to randomly disconnect while doing this, and all you would have to do is click on the talent shuffling menu, go back to the character you were shuffling at, and it will bring you back to whatever where it left you off when you disconnected. So just in the cases where you do get a rank up and you disconnect, you aren't screwed. You're actually safe. But this isn't bode too well. 20 gone already. Mass clicking doesn't actually do anything. I just have a habit of clicking. I can just click once and it'll just go by itself. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't make it go faster. While we're clicking this, I know that Alice is no longer meta, but I still want to get her to 400 talent just because I actually really, really like Alice. I wouldn't say she's my favorite character in SAO. She would be second. My favorite character is not in the game currently, and I highly doubt she will ever appear in the game. But that's mainly because her screen time in the anime is not the best. If I remember correctly, she only appeared for less than 5 minutes in one episode. But I'll leave that for you to figure out. Anyways, yeah, this doesn't look well. Almost 100 gone already, and nothing's going up. As expected. I really wish they had a pity system for the talent shuffling, where once you use up a certain amount of fragments, it will rank up, but that's just me wishing. Right now, it's not looking too good. Nope, nothing. Ah, no. And no, it's not the fake Integrity Knight that's from the game. This character that I like from SAO actually does appear in the light novel and the anime. Oh, this is depressing. Already 100 gone. Well, it is was expected. For some odd reason, the higher your talent level is, the harder it is to rank up. It's like exponentially gets worse and worse. Which is why I prepared 1000 plus. But as you can see, we're already 120 in and nothing happened so far. If this fails, next time I'm gonna have to probably save up 4,000, 5,000 maybe, before I start trying this out. It's depressing. I really wish it didn't take so much. I want to try to use the rest of them to rank up my kimono asana, along with the support Alice that just recently came out a while back. But we'll see how this goes. Well, almost 200 in and nothing changed. Nope, still no 400. This is depressing. At least the servers aren't bad today. They've actually been pretty stable lately. Not sure why, but whatever is going on, I like it to keep it that way. Just work. Just get to 100. Oh, that's 200 down the drain and nothing so far. Still going. Depressing. I just want to rank up to 100. Just let me have 500 fragments for Asuna. Okay, I'll take even 200. Well, 1/4 down, and we're still going nowhere, as expected. Come on. All right. I guess while we're trying to shuffle this, what's the prediction that you guys have? I'm still saying it's going to take us over 800 frags, so we'll be about probably around 200 something. Remember when I said that 4,000 frags was not going to get you 400 talent? This is why 4,000 frags is not enough. As you can see, it goes nowhere. Yep, going nowhere. Well, what would really suck, or be bad, as I should say, is if at the end I reach 100 with the final fragment, but it gives me a talent I don't want. Then again, Sunday is coming up soon, and the guild fragments that I've requested or have been trading with will come up, so I do have another 16 to 20 chance to fix any missed talents. This is still depressing though. Just free me from my suffering. Well, whoever said 666 was completely wrong. Yo, nothing. Come on, Alice. You can do it. I don't believe in you, but you can do it. It's just five points and one level. Yeah, I hope that by next anniversary, the talent shuffling system gets fixed or revamped. This is old and outdated. It should not be like this. Just give me a pity system. I don't care how much it takes, as long as it's not too much of a huge number. I'll even take 500 as a pity number. This is just way too depressing. Speaking of revamps, there's a lot of things wrong with this game, or not wrong per se, but a lot of things that are outdated, which should be fixed. One example, this talent shuffling system. The other example, the equipment system. Why is everything random? And why do equipment potions not drop? The drop rate for them is just as well as the rate for me to increase on this. Last year, I disassembled, I don't know how many, but it was over hundreds of S rank equipment and have only gotten 2 potions from all those disassembles. It's just depressing sometimes. The fact that you have to spend so much just for a minor increase. On top of which, it leaves a huge gap for free-to-play players who don't even have access to all this resources. They get left behind. It's one of the reasons why I don't see this game as F2P friendly. Oh, what is this? Did something happen? Or did the server just die because... Nope, nothing happened. Server just was being the server. And it's being... Please, no. The stat increasing being random would just be... I would uninstall the game. At least growth curves exist. Well, we're already 500 in and nothing happened. Yeah, very outdated system. Come on. Just work. But anyways, aside from the equipment system that needs to be revamped, most of the old modes, like PvP, Mirage, Uncharted Void, they also need to be revamped. They were designed for a level cap at which we never got to play in, and our damage output currently far exceeds whatever was during that time. So as the game progresses, before we add new things, let's fix up the old things. Remember earlier when I was talking about some units not having good unique talents? Yeah, we should fix that as well. I had hoped that a lot of those revamps would have come with the first anniversary, but it didn't. Not much actually changed for the first anniversary. We got more stuff introduced in the game, which made it somewhat better, while at the same time didn't really improve much. But at the same time, it also made it worse. But at least now they're addressing the fact that some units are basically non-existent by giving them unique equipment sets, modules, and psychs. My only issues with them is that they haven't been churning out enough or churning them out fast enough. On top of which, they're only giving them to units which are actually don't really need them. Some of the units don't need them. For example, Mikoto Main does not need the upgrade. She was perfectly fine. I can understand wanting to give some units which are on banners that they're rerunning an upgrade to entice people to buy them or roll for them. But units like Mikoto Main and Asuna Main didn't really need them. Could have been spent on units which are basically not used in the game. Speaking of units that aren't used in the game, when is Salvaria getting her cross? The support one doesn't cross with anyone. Why? She's the only unit in the game that doesn't cross with anyone. And she's not even a bad unit. She's just not used because she doesn't do anything by herself. Oh, yes! Oh my god. How much did that take? 369. Time for some math. I started with 10,000. No, not 10,000. 1,000. 1,106. No, 1,016. 1,016. And then I have 20 extra fragments, so 1,036. And now we subtract the current number, 360, it wouldn't be 66 though, 67, 68, 369, right? Wow. Is that right? Am I doing the math right? 67, 68, 368. Oh, okay. It took me 668 fragments just to get the right. That is depressing. But now it's complete. Well, not yet. Let's fix the talent. And now she's complete. It only took 673 fragments. So yeah, 4,000 fragments does not sound like it's going to get you to 400 talents, considering I used 600 just in this session alone and have used way more over the course of the entire game. This is depressing. And now, with this done, we can go ahead and talent shuffle the other Alice. Or do I want to do Kimono Asuna? No, not Kirito. We shall now work on Asuna, Kimono Asuna. All right, we have, I can't do math right now, 384. Let's see if I can at least get her up by 10 points. I'm not even aiming for that high. I just want 10 points higher. I would be content with just 10 points higher. It doesn't even have to be that high, just 10 points. Come on, just 10 points. $10 higher. You know what? I'm gonna actually check with the customer support to see how many fragments I actually used on Alice. The reason why I'm choosing her unique talent right now is because it's the one that gives the most damage, not just for herself, but for the entire party. With her awakening, currently right now, I don't remember which awakening it is, but it could be awaken 3, I believe. Or maybe it's not even part of her awakening. I don't remember. But she currently gives 23.82% frail, which is additional damage. With talent level 100, it will jump up to 25%. And it was the third awakening. Yep. Wait, no, it doesn't. It doesn't even change the output. It just changes the HP range. Never mind. Our talent has never increased. I'm just mixing her up with Misaki, which actually does get an increase. But Misaki's increase, I think, requires Awakening 5. But the difference between Misaki and Kimono Asana's technique is that Misaki does not require the opponent to be above a certain HP threshold. It only requires that the opponent not have, or the enemies not have any dispellable buffs. They can have gold color buffs and the frail will still be inflicted on them as long as they don't have any removable buffs. The other upside is that Misaki's a lot faster, so it's easier to get Misaki's frail in before you actually attack with your other units. Kimono Asana is, even with the highest speed unit in the game, she only goes up to about 1,200 speed, which isn't very fast. And used to be one of the best speeds to be at, but in the current meta where everything is hit fast, hit hard, aside from Decrepit Dream in which you want to go after the opponents, in the meta where everything is hit fast, hit hard, you want to be moving before your opponent. Moving after doesn't really help. But still, she still has her uses, despite the things. She does very well in challenge stages compared to Misaki because of her higher attack. Speaking of higher attack and units who don't need boosts, why did Kimono Asana get a psych that gave her more attack when she has one of the highest attacks in the game? What kind of logic is this? Why would you give more attack to her? There's nothing balanced about that idea. But hey, let's just buff the characters who are already strong. Let's forget about all the ones who don't exist. Because if you clearly can't remember them, they aren't important. Just buff the important characters. But yeah, it's very depressing when there's over 80 characters in the game and the same 10 characters keep getting buffed consistently, while the other 70 are left in the dust. And it doesn't look like this is gonna happen. Yeah, I didn't foresee it going up, considering how it took 600 just for Alice. That's depressing. You know what? I'm just gonna stop here. Use my other 170 fragments on Maid Taiga. I kind of need to fix this. This is a very sad and depressing talent. Speaking of talents and modules, Maid Taiga actually got changed completely with her module. She no longer is tied to her unique talent. You can just straight up go in, start climaxing from the beginning. Our 10-point climax is now an 8-point climax, which makes it usable as soon as turn 2, regardless of you running Kamineko or Tomoka on your team. Like immediately at this on round 2, if she moves second. On your side, that is. But yeah, it's completely changed. She no longer has to use her skill 1 or skill 2 before she can deal damage. You just straight up get a damage increase as soon as you use your climax. The unique is still usable if you do plan to use her single target version of the skill. Because if you have her awakened, she starts off with the AoE version of the skill, and you have to use the single target version, which is skill 2, to change her climax into the single target one. But even then, she's better as AoE. She just does so much damage for an 8-point climax. It's the strongest hitting 8-point climax in the game. Even stronger than what's her name again? Swimsuit Mikoto with her Iron Stand detonation. Simply because of that boost from her module. Previously, Maid Taiga wasn't even used at all, despite having such a strong climax, simply because of the way her unique worked, in which her climax would only be strong if you used her skill 1 or skill 2 for 2 turns. But with that issue solved, she completely changed. You no longer have to wait and use skill 2 and then go into your climax. You just straight up climax from the beginning and clear pretty much just about everything in the game. The highest output I've done with her climax was about 1.2 mil, which for an 8-point climax is very high, and it wasn't even boosted by any frails or anything. It was just straight up support Alice boosting her climax, and it hit that high. And it was with a somewhat crappy talent too. But now that I'm actually fixing her talents, she can potentially reach higher. Well, I shouldn't say potentially, she will actually reach higher. We can go and test it out right after this. As soon as I get everything done. Please just get this to gold. It doesn't look like that's gonna happen. But at least I got her to the proper talents. Okay, we want to go back and pick up strength because we only have 8 fragments left, and if it lands on the wrong talent, I would be depressed. There we go. We'll pick up strength back up. I mean, this is fine. Oh, let's go ahead and try it out in Decrepit Dream. But before we do that, let's go over some things in... Oh, it's at the bottom now. The pinnacle stages. Ruby Tower was actually quite challenging. I loved it. It made me think. Then again, it wasn't really much thinking when I realized, oh, I can just stall out a little bit and then just climax. But it did make me think more than normal stages. As for this tower, however you pronounce it, it's pretty much a joke. It's not too challenging. Floor 9 and 10, they kind of skip turns in which the enemy units just don't do anything at times. I think it's on floor 8 and floor 10 in which once they do a skill, they'll skip a couple turns and then they'll use the skill again. Made it pretty easy. What I did for floor 10 was basically just sacrifice my front unit to Misaki's climax, turning my middle unit into my new front unit, use Cheryl Alice's support skill to boost my Kimono Asuna's climax, and just one-shot the entire enemy side. Even though they had 300k HP. Pretty much what I did for the Ruby Tower as well. Except I didn't actually sacrifice anyone. I just stalled out a bit, boosted up the Kimono Asuna, and just went to town, abusing the new impression weapons effect, of which when the lower your HP, the higher your damage boost. Forgot to mention, in this tower, on floor 9 and floor 10, you get a damage boost that increases your damage every turn by 15%. So if you somehow lose on floor 9 and floor 10 of this tower, I just don't know what to say to you. The game was helping you basically, and you're still losing. Anyways, we'll hit up this, and of course I'm in this. I mean, this is fine. No, it's not fine. Why am I in that tier? Let's actually fix some equipment. Let's go ahead and start, get ready. This is not the setup I used. Here we go. Check out their stats, their equipment. We need to swap this. Here you go. Let's actually go to details, fix the equipment. That's perfectly fine. This one is okay-ish. This one's okay-ish. There was actually a set of equipment I had that I wanted to fix, but I don't remember where it's at. Was it this one? No, that one actually lower. There we go. Impression weapon. There you go. Actually, hold up. Oh, that's so close. So close. Why? Why? I am one off. You know what? I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Where's it at? I can't buy this. This is bad, but I'll buy just one. And then that reminds me, I need to fix one of these. I forgot what it was. Was it this one? No, this one's fine. There we go. No. I'll figure it out later. Let's go to weapon. Actually, can we enhance this one? No, not at all. We're just gonna awaken this one. It is now enhanced to 3. That should give my Kimono Asuna a little bit of a boost. Alright. We're not gonna auto this. 5. We're just gonna give you this weapon because it actually does something. Okay, equipment. Yeah, we gotta make sure everyone has their psych equipped. Equipment. And then we'll go to details. Check your equipment. You probably don't have the right equipment on right now, so we're gonna fix that. Yep. Why is this here? What is this? Why are you not on Asuna? That is so much better. Equipment. 14.6. Okay, so we're gonna go with this. And then what we want after that is to actually mix the set. For maximizing our damage output. What we can do is take one of this. Oh, why? Why are you like this? It's gonna take 2 to fix it. You know what? I'm gonna fix this. What I wanna do is convert. Convert. And then we'll infuse it to maximize our score. Our only problem after this is making sure we hit all the crit checks. Equipment, psych. Everything looks good. Oh, sorta. What am I doing here? Yeah, this is fine. Okay. And then we are now gonna go into our... No, whoa, 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 whoa. I think we messed that up. What we want is this on here. Because for whatever reason, Orient doesn't work unless the user has less than the HP threshold or less than 100% HP. It's weird. Orient's description says that the wearer, or says nothing about the wearer needing to be under the HP threshold, just that your party does. However, unless your party is under the HP threshold, Orient doesn't work. Or the team member holding it. So it's really weird. Anyways, we're gonna do all this. Hopefully we'll get close to 1 mil score. Yep. And right now we won't actually start up God of Indra yet. Well, wait, next turn to do it. And just unboosted, it's already 500k. Now boosted, it should be hitting around 1 million now, assuming everything crits properly. But we'll see. I can never see if everything crit properly since there's so many numbers there. Almost. So if that almost. So this is turn 4. Do I want to do it on turn 5? This I don't remember what it does. Lasting 3 turns, so if I do it on turn 4, it won't last properly. I want to do it on turn 5, so it lasts through turn 7. Yeah, that's when I want to do it. Maybe this time. Nope. For whatever reason, something didn't crit, and it only hit 800k. Now is when I want to do this. Ooh, I do not want to climax with her. That would have ruined the rotation. Alright, this one should hit for 1 million plus. Wait, no, it wasn't boosted. Alright, now this one. And since it's on the maximum boost right now, yep, this is when we want to use Jarn to maximize the damage output. You can see it's already at 670k, 1.2 mil, almost 1.3. And I think we might have messed up, but it's okay. The memory mode is saved. We can check it out later. Should be 1 mil. Close. So I don't understand how this works. It should trigger immediately the moment I use my climax. Yup. I know it doesn't actually boost the set damage, but I'll take any boost I can. Oof, that was weak. I don't know why it was so weak. Maybe I just didn't roll the right crits. Or maybe I'm doing things at the wrong time. Let's retry. And I just messed up. Awesome. I just messed up completely. Why did I do that? Well, that's one run down the drain. Let's actually start with this time. That wasn't very smart of me. Maybe I should do it at a different turn. No, it should be fine. Okay, that was terrible. That's depressing. I don't want to. Let's start it here. Let's see what this happens. Yeah, with the amount of hits, see, it's 1.1 mil. I don't know what the heck happened last time. I don't know how her crit check works. Sometimes I feel some of the hits aren't crits, but you just don't see it. It's weird. Really, really weird. Yeah, start it here. This game is weird. I don't understand how the crit check works anymore for her. It should be consistent, but it's not. But yeah, lately I have just been using Maid Taiga and Kimono Asuna to just clear everything. They're just too good. Basically, just build their climax and then just smack the enemy as hard as you can. I think it's fine if I just do this. It should still hit. Yeah. This game is weird. Yeah, it hits 13 now. I don't know. I don't know what the heck's wrong with this game. It's weird. Alright, so now with all the boosts up, this should easily hit 13 mil. I have Hunger, which is at max or 7 stacks. I have this damage up from the guild set. The damage increase from Alice's climax boost. Uh, Varja's Wrath, which is got out of Indra's buff, and then Jarn's damage buff. So this should pretty much hit the same last time, as long as everything crits. I see some hits that are not crit in there. Yeah, I don't know how her crit check works. It's weird. And then from that, this should hit almost 2 mil. Oh, it hits exactly 2 mil. Yeah, this game is weird. I don't know. This game is weird. Taiga's crit checks are weird. I think this is the rotation I want to use. But the crit checks are weird. I don't know how it works. I don't know how most stuff in this game works. They're supposed to work in a certain way, but they end up not doing so. You would think being just reading them for what they are would tell you how they work, but nope. Apparently that's not how it works. Yeah, I can see some numbers in there that aren't crits. Yep, and that's why it's so low. Thanks, game. I don't understand. It's supposed to be one crit checks, but it has two damage lines in which one is crit and one is not crit. Why? This game confuses me. And that's excluding the psych damage that it's doing as well. Like, when does the psych damage even come into play? I'm seeing some psych damage like on certain hits, and then other hits don't even have the psych damage. Like, how does this work? This didn't do that much damage. This game is weird. Yep, and there you go. Only 800 now. Someone should just shoot me. Yeah, I still don't understand. Yeah, this one's going to be a lot higher than before. Crit checks are terrible. You can have a D run in which your score difference is up to 100k just because you didn't crit at the right time. Like, what the heck? It makes no sense. Why can't we just have 100% crit rate? See? Like, what the heck? I give up with this. I give up. Crit rate is a lie. It's weird. Anyways, we've accomplished the goal today. It took us 669 fragments, but our Alice is now 400 talent. And of course, the game died.